Hey, what's up guys? Coach Austin here from the Mental Goalie, and I just wanted to go over some tips in the RVH. You know, seasons are starting. I know this has been a move, highly contested move, a move that I'm sure you guys are practicing to an extreme, a move that is overused, which we'll get into in another video. But at the same time, it's a move that we have to have in our toolbox, that we have to be able to do in today's modern game. So I want to go over some tips, guys, from recovering to the RVH on our knees. Because this is going to be a great move for you guys to use after you make a save, and you got to drive back into the post, in similar situations like that. This is not a move, the RVH is not a move that we should be sitting in and waiting in. That's important to understand. This is not a move that we should just be parked in, waiting for the play to come to us when it's up on the half wall, out into the slot, or even out into the corner. We'll get into like the golden triangle in another video of when you should be using the RVH and dropping into it. But ideally, guys, this is not a move that we're just sitting in. It's a recovery move to get back to the post. It's a reaction move that we can drop into when somebody's driving the net, but not a move that we should just be sitting and waiting. So let me pop these pegs in so I'm not pushing the net everywhere. We'll get to it. The first thing about recovering in the RVH from your knees, guys, is you gotta have good hip knee mobility. We've gotta be able to twist our body in order to get back into our post. Too often, the mistake I see young goalies make while they're learning the RVH is to just try and push into their post, and then they end up like this. In this position, shooter can walk right around us. We can't react to a pass up into the slot. Not an ideal position to be into. Then I see some goalies that are learning the move and they do a good job tucking, meaning they turn towards their post, but however they slide into a position like this, or they catch themselves with their pads against the net or their elbow against the net. Not a good position for us to be into. We can't react to the step out. We can't react to a play that comes out in the front. So what we gotta be able to do to have this RVH down pat, this recovery down pat, is to be able to do what I call do a tuck and then an untuck. As I push, I untuck that knee, I lock toe bridge. If I had my pads on, I'd be toe bridge to the post. I'm in a leaning forward position, I'm relaxed, my glove's in front of me, shooter steps in. I can attack, pass comes across, I can move out to it, or I can come out in my full recovery and get planted that way. But we gotta be able to tuck and untuck. And so what I try to do is I break it down into 3 steps here, guys. The first step is gonna be the look. As you're learning the RVH and you're young, practice watching your post the entire way. As you practice this at practice, it's silly for us to just react, keep our heads up, and not look at our landing point. Watch your landing point. Look at the post. Find it, watch it the entire way, so you can tell if you get your toe bridge into the post. That's the best, quickest way to get better at this. If you're struggling with hitting your points, just watch your post while you practice it, okay? Once you do it enough, you'll be able to do it without looking. The second thing, guys, after you look, is you've got to be able to tuck. And what I say by tuck is this. This is tucking that leg. Swinging our hip back almost to the point that I am pointed at the middle bar of the net. This is super important because if we don't tuck enough and we end up in an area like this, we don't have enough room or ability or mobility to actually swing into the post, and we end up like this. If our knee is outside of the post, again, we're falling into weight issues, where my weight is now outside of the post, I'm leaning over, I'm unable to transition back across to make the save. Our weight has to be inside of the post, meaning I'm lined up right here, I'm inside the inside edge of the post, I'm not in line with it, and I'm not outside of it. As soon as we go in line or outside, we cannot transition fast enough across the crease. We end up pushing out into this area, which is going to allow the shooter to go right around us. So tucking is gonna be super, super important. We've gotta twist our hip, drive back into the back bar. So my push now should propel me this way. Okay, it should propel me right into the middle back of the net. Now obviously that's not where I wanna end up, and so we've gotta have step number 3, which is the untuck. So we've got our look, our tuck, and now our untuck. And our untuck is basically swinging that bottom knee into the post, the knee that's down, into the inside of the post, bringing our back leg back towards the goal line. So all together, we're looking at a look, untuck, a push, and an untuck to swing in. And so while you're at practice and you're practicing this move, guys, just break it down into its steps, go really slow. Tuck, untuck. And really practice that knee mobility. You can even do this without using your post. You can just practice swinging that knee. That's going to give us that ability to connect into the post each time. So we're here, we're swinging hard, and we're swinging in. My advice with these three moves, if you're doing them, but you're still not hitting your post, it's two issues that are probably going on. The number one issue is you're probably not tucking enough. You're probably tucking to this area where you might aim into the post, and that's not going to give you enough room to complete the untuck. So number one, make sure we over-exaggerate the movements, over-exaggerate the tuck. That's going to be super important. After that, if you're still not hitting your post, probably means you're not over-exaggerating the untuck. So when you push, you've got to really swing that leg in. You can't do it half-heartedly. It can't be push, and hope we get there, because we're going to end up into our net or in the butterfly in our net, which is obviously not a good thing. So, over-exaggerate your movement. Tuck, look, just like that. And we're going to seal it off just fine. In upcoming videos, guys, I'm going to talk to you about stick position in your RVH. Keeping our stick high, being able to attack when needed. But for now, let's build off of this, guys. Let's build off of this tuck, untuck, and seal it off. Okay? Look, tuck, untuck. Look, tuck, untuck. And once you're getting good at that, guys, you can start to add in your own movements. And you can start to make your own drills from this, where maybe lateral release to the corner, drop down, practice the swing, get in, move close, and we'll work on different game-type movements that will help you regain your post. One of the ones I love is an overplay, come back, and swing in. All right, so mix it up a little bit, but start off with that, guys. Start off with the look, the tuck, and the untuck, and your RVH is gonna change drastically. Three easy, simple steps, all right? Keep up the great work, guys. I'll catch you in the next video.